right there. I tried to get. Oh, there I go. Turned up. Hey, turned up. You heard?
Freeze, yo. All right, we back. Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word, man? I just got some clips that I wanted to watch with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know that the Nets worked out Darius Acuff Jr. and shout out to Lee. What up, Lee? But there hasn't been much content on there. You know what I mean? For Nets fans, anyway. So I wanted to pull up, say something.
Obviously, as a point guard myself.
Let's start.
So this is Darius Acuff Jr. He had an interview with Draymond Green. We're gonna get into some of the clips and react to it. We got Leaf on the channel. We're gonna definitely get him on the panel. Let's get
with the NBA Finals. Have you been watching these games? Anything you're watching in specific, if you have been watching?
Yeah, I've been watching. I've been focused on, both teams, of course, but really been seeing how Jalen Brunson is navigating through the defense and stuff like that. Obviously, as a point guard myself, I've been paying attention to that. But no, it's two teams that got great players, but they role players is really, taking over the game and getting them, Cat is getting the Knicks, he getting it done for the Knicks right now. So I'm definitely seeing that.
You had to pick the Finals MVP right now. Who is the Finals MVP right now if the series ended last night?
If the series end, I gotta give it to JB. I got to, man. He doing something different, but who changing the game? I definitely say Cat. It'll be between them two because Cat, he taking a big role on defense too. So he doing a lot right now for sure. I say that, but it'll be between them two.
I would definitely have to go.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to go with Cat. I think.
Well, I just played that to say I thought it was interesting that he was following Jalen Brunson and seeing how he navigated. There's a lot of criticism about being a small guard in the NBA, and Jalen Brunson has been very successful as of recent with the Knicks. So, case in point is, I don't think the Nets should, let that be a knock on him. Y'all already know I was a fan of Cam Thomas, and he was supposed to be a small guard. They're saying the same thing about Darius Acuff Jr. They just saying that he's a better facilitator, and I guess maybe more willing on the defensive end. But what I will say is, if they're going to get Darius Acuff Jr., somebody going to pick Cam Thomas up. He's going to be on somebody's NBA roster one day. But if he aspires to play like Jalen Brunson, I can't be mad at that. I know Nick, he's on a rival team and all that, but like I said, I watched Jalen Brunson when I was doing the Knicks vs. Nets podcast. He a good player for real. He really like that. He one of the best players, best point guards in the NBA. He damn sure looking better than De'Aaron Fox right now. The only player looking better than Jalen Brunson right now is Dylan Harper, and that's a debate. But that being said, yeah, him saying that he like play like that, that's cool shit. Shout out to DJ, he live right now. I was listening to his content. I got it right here. I gotta come off now because I'm live. And I was listening to his content, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hold on. Okay, this is Dylan Harper. He talking about the game tomorrow. So we're gonna listen to this and then I'll recap it.
I feel like I'm at my best when I play.
What's your mindset going into Game 3 in one word, and why that word?
Desperation. I think for me, I feel like I'm at my best when I play with that type of desperation, and I think that's what's kind of needed for this occasion.
Harlem, I'm not saying that he on this level. I'm saying far as Jalen Brunson's toughest competition in the whole playoffs is Dylan Harper. He's better than Donovan Mitchell. He's better than anybody that Jalen Brunson has faced in the playoffs so far. The best player that defends him and scores against him is Dylan Harper. But is he as good as Jalen Brunson? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. You know what I mean? But we're going to get into this content real quick. Hold up. Let's see. Number one.
So I feel like I'm going to go out there.
What's your mindset going into Game 3 in one word, and why that word?
Desperation. I think for me, I feel like I'm at my best when I play with that type of desperation, and I think that's what's kind of needed for this occasion. So I feel like I'm gonna go out there, and no matter what the circumstances, I think if I'm not playing with that type of fire, grit, I'm doing a disservice to everyone.
What's your mindset going into game 3 in one word, and why that?
Yo, to me, he sound like the leader of the team. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Harlem, yes, he should start over. He should start over Fox. I think that he deserved his own team. I didn't like the fact that he went to the Spurs and came off of the bench. It's one thing if he went to the Spurs and he was starting, then all right, it is what it is. But for them to have him, it's like they trying to replicate what they had with Parker and Manu Ginobili coming off of the bench. You can't do that shit. Wemby is not Tim Duncan. You know, it's not the same exact roster. I know they're trying to duplicate it, but you can't duplicate that roster. You cannot, you can't. You just can't. Shout out to Beeman Boy. I know, you know what I'm saying? He a member of the page. I know he be Knicks fans is going crazy in the city right now. all of the content, they are all over the internet, man. Shout out to all the Nets fans that gotta survive through this shit. Shout out to JDJ. JDJ said sound like he could have been a leader of the Brooklyn Nets. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's all we saying, bro. Jay Hollywood said net fan to the death fan. Talk to him. Harlem said I fuck with Harlem, but his own team, they not winning nothing. Bro, I mean, if he the second pick, you wouldn't expect the pick that's going to, the second pick to win the championship in his rookie year. You know, that probably never happened or rarely happens. But at the same time, I'm just talking about how Fox being in front of him as a starter is hindering the potential and the progress of a Dylan Harper on how good he could be. How like he got on the bench, he's like a shark in a fish tank. You understand? He's a shark trying to grow in a fish tank. On a team where he could start 82 games out the season and in the playoffs, if he gets there, he's a shark in the ocean. You understand what I'm saying? You only as big as they let you be. The ocean is going to let you be as big as you can get. That's Dylan Harper as a starter, not De'Aaron Fox in his way. That's what that is. That's what Dylan Harper is. But coming off of the bench, he's limited. He was the one giving Jalen Brunson the most trouble, and you put him on the bench for Fox. Fox, this whole matchup between Fox and Jalen Brunson, I wish they stopped that shit. I wish the Spurs understood that is a bad matchup. Fuck all of that. They used to play on the Kings. This is revenge. That shit is for theatrics. That shit is for TV. And that shit got the fucking Spurs down 0-2 going into the third game. You know what I'm saying? Leaf said this shit is over. Yeah, trade Fox. Get him up out of there. Or trade Dylan Harper. Don't have him coming off the bench for 4 years behind Fox. Hell no. Or he only get to start when Fox is hurt. Hell no. Treat him better than that, man. He could be one of the top 10 point guards in the NBA in his second year, though. Yeah, you can debate that if y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Leaf said it's over. Maybe he's right. Ill Nets fan says it's being leaked that the Nets are leaning towards drafting Nate Amid instead of another point guard. I don't know how good Nate Amid is. I don't watch college ball. Y'all all know that. But if we got MPJ at the 3, but y'all want Nate Amid at the 4, is it that important for the Brooklyn Nets to play through the stretch 4? Is it that important? Is the power forward position more important to the Brooklyn Nets than the point guard? I don't know, man. I don't know about this Nate Amid thing, Ill Nets fan. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Dylan Harper has a big breakout game tomorrow, though. I don't want the Nets to draft Nate Amid. I don't draw to him. I'm not drawn to him. You know what I'm saying? This is Dylan Harper again. Let's see what he's talking about.
5% from the field at 20 years. All right, we're here with San Antonio Spurs rookie guard, Dylan Harper. But Dylan, you ain't playing like a rookie, man. These first 2 finals games, you're averaging nearly 16 points a game, shooting 55% from the field at 20 years old. Like, what gives you the confidence at this young age to produce at this level?
Definitely, I think the preparation and work I put in. But the biggest thing, my teammates, my coaches, and everyone else kind of instilled that, go out there, be you. So you're going to make a few mistakes. You're a rookie by the end of the day.
the best you is just when you're aggressive and you're attacking. So I mean, that's kind of the message I got.
All right, we're here with San Antonio Spurs guard, rookie
See,
guard, Dylan
preparation.
Harper.
Y'all
But
gotta
Dylan,
remember, man,
you
his pops is an NBA champion. So far as preparation and mentality, he got that in his DNA. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff surprised me about Dylan Harper. I see nothing but great potential in his future playing as an NBA player. He going definitely, you know what I'm saying, be a winner in this league. Yeah, bro. Nobody really questioning if they're going to win it, man. Y'all look like y'all got it. I'm not giving it to y'all because it takes 4 wins to get it. Y'all not done. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, listen, I'm not. I see what's going on. You know, yeah. Took away home court advantage from from the Spurs.
Some of them talk to the team after the first 2 losses to try
This is
to give a
Stephen
message or
Castle.
to
Let's see
help
what he
you
got to
rebound
say.
from the. Some of them talk to the team after the first 2 losses to try to give a message or to help you rebound from those 2 losses.
Yeah, we talked to Pop, before we flew down here, and pretty much his message was just let the last 2 games go. It happened. They were very winnable games, and we feel like we gave them those games, but and we got to let those go and focus on the next one. We feel like the next game is the most important game of the series, so trying to come into that and win it.
Some of them talk to the team after the first 2 losses to try to give a message or to help.
So they called Coach Pop. You know what I'm saying? Coach Pop had to be mad at seeing them go down 0-2. Coach Pop had a word with him. Like, yo, what's the word with y'all, man? Y'all niggas got to do better than that. He probably ain't say it like that, but let's see. Okay, we got more Darius Acuff content. What do you say?
I would have to say, I say Kyrie Irving. I would have to say, I say Kyrie Irving. Just the way he do everything is just it's amazing to watch, but it's also amazing to learn from. Like you rewind this stuff back when you're watching it, you seeing different things that he do. I feel like him and Steph, them 2 great guys that you can watch and really learn from because they do a lot of different things. Steph moves without the ball better than anybody I've ever seen. Kyrie get his shots off better than anybody. So just watching those 2, I'm definitely excited to play against those 2 for sure. I would say just guarding them and taking that challenge and hopefully competing against them.
And
I would have to say.
So if y'all
I say Kyrie Irving.
Just for clarity,
just
let me tell you what he's talking about.
Man, the way he do everything is just it's amazing to watch.
He said Darius Acuff says he's looking forward to playing against Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry the most next season. He said him and Steph are 2 great guys that you can watch and really learn from. They do a lot of different things. Steph moves without the ball better than anybody I've ever seen. Kyrie gets his shot off better than anybody. Just watching those 2, I'm definitely excited to compete against those 2 for sure. So he liked to compete, you know what I mean? Everybody know the history between Kyrie and Curry and how they would verse each other, and he see how he could be better watching both players. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He's a student of the game. It's clear to see that Darius Acuff Jr. is a student of the game. Shout to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Shout to Harlem Leaf. Shout to Lehman Boy. Shout to JDJ. Shout to everybody that's watching. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? And now they talk. I see that John had posted this. They talking about a day Mara. I don't know how much motion that got. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got. You know what I mean? I know everything is supposed to be how you said, focus on tomorrow and tomorrow night game. But as a Nets fan, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, at the end of the day, I want us to stay the course. Don't get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Don't get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Word. But yeah. Oh shit! Shout out to exposing the truth. He said Knicks in 4. Why Trump is coming to a game? I don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? He said Trump confirmed Knicks in 4. Trump. I don't know, man. We gotta see. Oh, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. Like I don't understand. Yo, and on the side note, which is some real shit. I don't like that. You know, as a recent, they had showed people going in and out of the sewer, going in and out of manholes, like a bunch of them, like 4 or 5 dudes. And then y'all, the same time, y'all want Trump to come to New York City. I just don't like it, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. It stinks to high heaven, you know. They need to figure out who was going to in and out those manholes, those sewers, and until you figure that out, don't have Trump come to nowhere in New York City. They already attempted assassination on the man on his life. Like you don't think y'all should be extra cautious? You know, you got this everybody, all of these people, and for what it's worth, I don't want to see Knicks fans get hurt. I just want Nets fans to, you know, maybe hurt their feelings because the Nets is a better team than the Knicks. But, you know, I don't want to see no harm besides Nets fans harming their Knicks fan emotions and Knicks fan feelings. That's the only harm I want Knicks fans to have. You know, they need to straighten that situation out. I see they had the street blocked off. I seen that they, you know what I'm saying, they look like they was attending to the situation, but I haven't heard an update. So I don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. But J1, did you hear about that, J1? Did you hear about the sewers and all of that? Did you hear about that? I don't know. Exposed to the Truth said, Wimby from France and Brunson, USA. The whole series has brought the country together. This became bigger than just another final. This about our country showing dominance. Where you from, France? Bruh, dominance? In the NBA? Bruh, stop. So what, New York represent the whole country now? Oh my gosh. What are you even saying, man? Yeah, yo, Harlem, you seen the videos, right? That shit was wild. Look, J1 in the chat, he said, I seen it on the news. The news tried to say it was some type of scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunt in the sewer? Them niggas look like they knew exactly where they was going. Even if they was hunting for something down there, how did they get access down there? And who gave them access down there? And how long have they had access to down there? And how long has this been going on without people filming it on camera? Or maybe somebody did film it and was too scared to post it. Who knows what's going on with that shit? And then you want to have the president come at the same time before you clear that up? Like, all right, y'all went down there. What happened? Don't tell me that y'all ain't find nothing. That's the most suspicious shit I ever seen. Think it's just to pop open a manhole and just, you know, go through it and just go wherever they going. That's what fucking rats do. What the fuck going on? Yo, man, y'all niggas, yeah, manhole, bro. Pause. Nigga, if it ain't the motherfucking sewer, that's the biggest pause I ever said on this motherfucking show. Yeah, it's the sewer, Leaf. This nigga Leaf is crazy. Oh man. This nigga said Leonardo gave him access. This is crazy. J1 said he said you can go to any manhole just about in New York City with a crowbar, lift that shit and go down. That's crazy. For them to have that access, it's not a good thing, man. Word. JD said they work for the Foot Clan. This shit crazy, man. I ain't feeling that shit. Trump shouldn't come to that game, man. He should be like, psych. The president should never know. The president should never let public know his every move. You moving around the same way the finals is moving around. So even if they don't get you at the finals and get all those people at the finals on some crazy shit, they're gonna follow you. They're gonna know where you at. Even if you know what I mean. They get caught. They probably don't really care if they get caught, as long as they get you. I don't think Trump should come to the game. I think he should use that as a diversion. You know what I mean? Say that he gonna go to the game and then don't go. Go somewhere and be safe. You gonna go and watch the whole game? Bruh, nah, man. This shit is wild, man. And I seen the ticket prices shameful. Y'all don't care about the people. Y'all care about the money. Y'all don't care about the people. Y'all care about the money. Even one of their own players, Josh Hart, say, yeah, that price is crazy. Yeah, I didn't know they were charging tickets like that. I think it's 10,000. Crazy work. Crazy work. But we here, man. Yo, what up, Brooklyn LM?
What's good, man? What's good? It's been a lot going on, man.
Still on that same shit. Dylan Harper should have his own team. Still on that same shit. I don't like the way Wemby is just acting all nonchalant, like your house on fire. Yo, you saying everything?
I don't think he
fine.
nonchalant. I mean, what, bro? What y'all wanted to be all down and gloomy? Like, nah. Like, I like what he said. Like, it's not. We down 0-2. I've seen my mistakes. We're watching film. Like, the greats have had their backs against the wall. Now my back is against the wall. I'll be better. Like, I just don't know what else they can do at this point. Like, I would be worried if they was going into MSG all dark and gloomy and all hope is lost. Like, nah, they still feel like they got a chance to win the series. All right, let's see if you can get one at the Gardens. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, I would hope that they can get one
off
tomorrow.
of game 4, bro. You gotta have the Knicks playing on their heels. They playing super confident. If you really want to beat them, like they really gotta put themselves in a situation where they have an opportunity from the beginning of the game, because you don't want the crowd to get involved. You don't want to be against that New York crowd, man.
When we gonna have to turn into the Christmas Day when he dropped 40. I don't know. Like I just think realistically, you know, if they watching film, which I hope they are, they should be. Like, Wemby should be aggressive immediately in the first quarter. Like, he's at his best when he's aggressive in the first. Like, when he's passive and just letting everybody do what they gotta do, that's when they really down, because it's like, bro, you got 10 points at half. Like, in the finals, you're not supposed to do that. Like, even if you go out fighting, you 10 for 20 or some shit, like, that's how you're supposed to go out. You're not just supposed to go out and have 10 points. I understand, you know, he a team player as well, but bro, you the best player on the team. Like, and I also think they have to get him involved in the pick and roll action and get him some easier looks at the basket. Like, you trying to do, and I appreciate him taking middies, but bro, over Mitchell Robinson and Cat, like, you got to switch it up. Like, you on the team where you play, where Mr. Fundamental himself played, bro. Like, how are you not working with him in terms of being in the post and you know, one of the greatest big men to play the game in Tim Duncan? Like, y'all not in the gym working on nothing in the post? Like, he ain't telling you nothing you can do to make it easier? Like, I don't know. But if they don't win Monday, I think they gotta win Wednesday. Just to at least if that's the case, you bring it home. You have a shot. You already won the MSG. You may feel like you can get one again. I still think they can force the series to go to 6, but I think if they lose tomorrow, then it's pretty much wraps, bro. Like
It's pretty
it
much
is,
all
it
right.
is what it is. It's
So,
a wrap.
Leaf, I seen you. Shout out to Brooklyn LM. Thanks for joining the panel. You got Leaf also on the panel. Again, man, I implore you guys to subscribe and become members of the page. It's only $1. Leaf, you said it's over. Leaf, you got 5 teams that done it before. Teams to come back down 0-2 in the NBA Finals: the 1969 Boston Celtics, the 1977 Portland Trailblazers, the 2006 Miami Heat, the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers, the 2021 Milwaukee Bucks versus us. Actually, I wish we wasn't one of those examples. But talk to us, man. What do you think about that?
I'm not even concerned about the series no more, bro. I'm concerned about shit that's going on. Like it's a whole bunch of different news that's going on out layers. Like I'm hearing that Oakley can get back in the building, and Adam Silver and Michael Jordan was trying to sit down with James Dolan and trying to get him back in the building. Dolan still said nah. And now
Why
Adam
not?
Silver,
What's the whole commotion
I
between
have
the
no
two?
idea, bro. I don't know what done went down the last time Oakley was in the building. Everybody remember he was pushing security and they got him up out of there. They even changed Spike Lee's entrance to the building. He couldn't take the elevator no more. Whole bunch of shit going on. Now Trump done moved out the celebrity row that was sitting at MSG courtside the floor seats. Now I'm hearing Trump is moving them up so he could bring in extra federal agents and security, goddamn basically a task force team up in the mud. I don't know what's going on, bro. It's a
What kind
whole
of?
bunch of
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how somebody could. Bro, dude tried to murder you, Trump. Why you trying to sit in the garden? He gonna know right where you at.
The niggas in
Like,
attention.
I mean,
bro,
I look at it this way, bro. Well, first and
that's crazy,
foremost,
bro. Nah, he shouldn't be at no
bro,
business.
like I don't think New York really give a damn about what Trump is doing, bro. Like, I
No.
mean,
What I'm saying is, if he got assassinated, it's one thing if you're in a public forum, that's your job. You got to talk to the people. But if you just going there, you clearing it out, you changing the whole vibe, you changing the whole energy, and
I mean,
not only that, bro, you a sitting duck, for lack of better words.
inside the garden?
Bruh, in the sense
Nobody
where,
gonna do nothing to him in the garden, man.
no, nobody. I'm not saying that, but if you know you got people trying to assassinate you, everybody going to know where you're going to be. If you're the president, why are you going to tell somebody where you're going to be the next day? Yo, this is where I'm gonna be the next day. Why are you going to tell somebody that? He shouldn't just keep that to his girl and his kids.
Breeze, I agree with you, bro. But we talking about Donald Trump here. If it's anybody that know how to get ratings and shit like that, it's him, bro. Like, this is a money grab. This nigga has always been a money opportunist, bro. Like, forever. Like, this is since the 80s.
So hold on. Trump is a New York Knicks fan now. Like, since when?
I don't, bro. Like, it's a bunch of niggas that's fans of the Knicks winning. I said this on the last episode. It is what
Donald
it is.
Trump, when Donald Trump, whenever. I never.
I don't know. I don't know.
Breezy,
I don't know. But
he grew up in
Breeze,
Manhattan, bro. Like, of
Breeze,
course
you
he's a
gotta
Knicks
understand.
fan.
He grew up in Manhattan. It's nothing really I could tell you about the extent of how
He
he
ain't
got
never
in the
come to a
garden.
net game. He didn't grow up in Brooklyn.
Exactly. He didn't grow up in New Jersey. So look, I'm just worried about all the outside layers. Now, personally, I ain't gonna lie. The Spurs still look shook, man. Like halfway crook style. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Like, listen, if the toughest nigga on your team is a 19-year-old nigga, bro, that just came out this year, you got a problem. Damn the series, bro. I'm just worried about all the shit that's going on.
All right, so hold on.
Outside of it.
Let's try to clear some of this up. I googled it basically. It says Charles Oakley inability to attend Knicks games at MSG stems from a 2017 incident during the February Knicks versus Clippers matchup that escalated into a public feud with team owner James Dolan. While seated courtside near Dolan, Oakley reportedly made remarks to the owner. Security approached him, and he was escorted from the arena in handcuffs. Later arrested on 3 counts of third-degree assault and 1 of criminal trespass. The Knicks and Dolan claimed he had acted verbally abusive with an agenda, while Oakley insisted he had not spoken to Dolan and was surprised when security demanded he leave. It says banned in public view. Following an altercation, Dolan announced Oakley was banned from MSG to keep the venue comfortable and safe. Wow. The ban was initially indefinite, and the situation drew widespread fan backlash, with chants of Oakley echoing in the stands. The feud has persisted for nearly a decade, with Oakley rejecting any invitation to return until he receives an apology from Dolan. Legal battle. Oakley filed a lawsuit against Dolan and MSG alleging excessive force by security and reputational harm. The case has been revived multiple times, with Oakley seeking accountability. MSG has denied ever offering him an invite to return, saying he has not been invited back despite his claims. Current status, while some reports suggest the formal ban must have been lifted in theory, Oakley remains effectively barred from attending games and practice due to the ongoing legal and personal dispute. That's it. That's fucked up.
I could listen, and it's way more than that. And to go deeper into the story, into the situation, like not only do Oakley want an apology, but as you just read, Adam Silver and Jordan was having a sit down recently, bro, with Dolan. Dolan still got his mind made up. Yo, this not happening. So that whole shit, I don't even think that situation could really be diffused. So now it's coming out that Oakley had took a case for Ewan, what he did to a stewardess on a plane. A whole bunch of shit, bro, that's coming out. It's something crazy going on back up north, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. And we didn't even get to the point where goddamn I'm pretty sure all of y'all got the ESPN app on your phone and y'all got the NBA app on your phone. Notice how the NBA and ESPN keep dropping the ratings for the first 2 games, talking about how high the ratings was as opposed to last year. They basically shitting on OKC in Indiana, and that was a great 7-game series. So like, we know Vegas and the NBA stand to make a lot of money just off the strength that the Knicks is in the finals. My thing is,
I seen a report where they made 2.2 in the city, 2.2 million in the city.
They made 2.2 million already, and and if the series goes 7 games, which I don't think it will, I think they said they stand to make over close to about over 6 to 700 million.
Bro,
I think they was trying to. By the way the refs was calling game 2, it feels like they was trying to make that shit. They was trying to have San Antonio go back to MSG.
That's what it seemed like.
That Tony Brothers was
Tony
calling
Brothers,
everything.
I'm not gonna lie, that nigga,
bro.
He can't hide shit, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you.
Like, they was trying to make sure they was going back 1-1. But I will say that even though they making money, I feel like they'll make a lot more if the series was extended. So I don't know what script will be cooking up, but
they looking at over 700 mil if the series extended, bro. That's just like allegedly. I don't even know the correct numbers, bro. Like, they might make $1 billion, bro. We talking about three you talking about 3 Knicks home games, and you already made twice as much bread in viewership and viewership on networks from the first 2 games in San Antonio. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, this shit is really a money grab, bro. Like, we already know that, but I'm not even really focused on the series. I think the shit is over. But all the other shit that's going on around this series, bro, I'm like, yo, I don't really think, bro, they really care about the winner, bro. They just cared about getting blind in their pockets. They don't really give a shit. Vegas, like, we already know Vegas going to eat.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that gambling and lining their pockets, quote unquote, lining their pockets, has compromised the integrity of the competition. Now, I was going to say the money, But the numbers, they're very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. And I'm saying that to say that at once upon a time, gambling was frowned upon. Like it was in the movies. It was, it was all this delegation. It was frowned upon. I was doing it, researching it earlier. I'm gonna actually pull up the content now. But it talks about FanDuel and DraftKings leaf about how they emerge. I'm gonna get into the article and all of that, but I'm saying that to say, even when they script it and decide who the winner is, they do it in a way where they still make the money they want to make. So I can't even pretend like, oh, they should do it the other way because they still gonna make their money, but they just doing it the way they want to do it. Even though the way I'm saying, like, two things could be true. The way that I'm saying it is true. You don't have to compromise the integrity because you're in bed with the gambling companies and you already scripted it in a way, and that's the way it's going to be. Yeah, you could do that and still make money, but if you didn't do that and you just let them compete and it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It won't be that. But what I will say, which is obvious that we overlook, is the whole reason why there's 7-game series in the first place. Because they extended because of these new contracts they got with these streaming companies, Amazon Prime, wherever you can watch NBA. They want daytime because remember, everybody is not one person that got a slot. I mean, it's like one person got a slot on one day and another streaming service got a slot on another day. So they're trying to make sure everybody get their money. So they series that shouldn't have been extended. And like I said, the Knicks, they had the easiest opponents. And I know you got to play one in front of you, but again, like I said, that's part of it too. But again, I'm not going to get into the whole conspiracy of how the Knicks got there and they don't deserve it because they probably do. But what I will say is this, that what stands out the most is, are fans entertained? And you got to say yes. The fans love what's happening, what's going on. I think Wemby is playing soft, but I think that that's partly because he got a lot of physicality against him, Cat and Mitch Robinson. So
I mean, listen, look, and you 100% right, because you got ESPN in the NBA pockets. You got goddamn Peacock, because they just came back. Peacock and NBC in their pockets. You got Amazon in their pockets. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of avenues and a lot of channels that's looking to make money. And especially going into next season, because they probably got to up the bread before the next season starts, and because they need new money to post new games for the next season, for the next regular season schedule. So realistically, bro, like something that happened to where the NBA, bro, like I think it's a little bit more than COVID, bro. Everybody say COVID put the NBA in a do or die situation, bro. Like I personally think that if that is the case, then that means that they was probably trying to send the Knicks and the Lakers here. That's what they was probably trying to do. And I'm just looking at, I'm like, wait, what? So we just gonna put them niggas here, bro, just for a money grab. That's what it seemed like they doing. Because the way the game was officiated the last game, it looked like they really wanted the Spurs to win that shit. Not even gonna hold you, bro. Like, and now they don't get they bid out of. If this shit end in 4, bro, like NBA might be pissed of the money that they missed out on. I don't know, bro. Like this shit is weird, bro. Like I keep telling people, bro. Niggas think what they watching in the NBA playoffs is real, bro. Like I'm telling you right now, bro. You got all these outside layers. You got the Trump situation. You got the security situation. You got the Oakley situation. You got the Dolan situation. All of this shit surrounding while the Knicks has just won two games on the road in the finals, and ain't nobody talking about that. This shit is weird, man. This shit is weird, bro. I keep telling you.
Me personally,
I'm telling you.
I know what it. What you was gonna say, and we got CJ on the panel. So what up,
No, I was saying, like, I'm telling you, like, it would do good to see this series extended for the NBA. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if a certain call went a certain way and the Spurs get a win just so, they can extend the series. Like, I mean, it's pretty much. I don't think the NBA benefits off this being a sweep. Like if it's a sweep, it is what it is. But I think there might be certain
I think
calls
the
in
Spurs
place
are
to make
shook,
it
bro.
expensive.
Like if them niggas was scared at home, bro, like when they get in the Garden, they ain't gonna know what the hell to do.
I mean, both teams haven't been playing to their best. That's the thing that I'm like. You going to San Antonio, you only won by 10, and then the second game you won by 1. Mind you, y'all was up for most of the fourth quarter, and y'all let them come back like that. I don't know. Brunson is shooting under 30% for this series. Cat has been they savior for dang near the 2 games. Hart can't buy a jumper to save his life. Like I don't know. Like I do.
But
They ain't play their
LM,
best game, yo.
but LM, I'm just taking a look at how comfortable, even though the shots is not falling, I'm taking a look at how comfortable the Knicks look in terms of getting to the shots. It's not like Brunson ain't getting to the shots that he wanted. It's just not falling. My thing is that on the other side, the Spurs look nervous, even with wide open looks. We seen these niggas like on wide open shots. These niggas are not even close to the league minimum. They not.
I don't think it's just. It may be shookness. I just think Harrison Barnes not taking threes is weird to me. I don't know why he's hesitating to shoot. But listen, Champagny been shooting lights out for the past few games. Dylan Harper been shooting lights out. To me, the only people I'm looking at a certain way is the Mr. Fox and Mr. the 7'4" alien. Other than that, everybody else I feel is at least trying to show up. Cassie been doing his job on Jalen Brunson.
I do feel like it's other aspects though, bro. Like the second chances that they gave up on defensive possessions, bro. Like to where the Knicks had like 2 or 3 like the Knicks been winning one too many possessions, and they really haven't had any help on the boards like that. And like I'm just looking like, yo, Towns done own the boards like 2 games in a row.
Belief, it's easy for Towns to clean up on rebounds when anytime they get an opportunity to, widen the lead, open the lead up, or you know what I'm saying, just pretty much stay consistent. They come down and jack up a 3. Look at their possessions when like it's a tie score. Like they try to go up by 3. Like they're not just trying to get 2 then get 4. Like they gotta get 3, then get 6. That shit is corny. Yo, I really don't like that shit. Like 2 and 4, to me, is bougie. It's like you just always want a 3. You just think it's that easy in the finals. All of this physical play, you want to take the hardest shot? Like, no, get your ass to the rim. You want 3 points so bad? Get it the old-fashioned way. Get an and one. The fuck
Breeze, I agree with you, bro. But like that's probably just the nature of the physicality is just wearing niggas down. If you see a team taking 3s after they've been going in a hole and they ain't been getting nothing there, that 9 times out of 10 niggas is tired. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time when niggas are shooting and getting further and further away from the basket, and then it's time to sub them niggas out.
And then you gotta remember too,
that's
like,
where but I feel like the rotational minutes, bro, like the Spurs is losing that. The Spurs is losing the second chance battles, bro, like the important rebounds. Second chance points, they losing that. They not winning in transition. They not winning in open shots. They not winning in the go-to shots, and the go-to shots that Wemby or Fox would take. They're not winning that battle. They're not doing better than Cat and Brunson and go-to shots in the fourth quarter in the second half. It's a lot of places. It's a lot of categories where they're losing in this series in just 2 games. And we just talking about the score. They won by they lost by 1, but they're losing in a lot of other battles. Bro, and I think that it's just nerves.
When Fox is missing point blank at the rim, when Fox is missing point blank mid ranges at the rim, shots that he normally make, that to me is a problem. Like this is what they paid you for. This is why they brought you over here, because 2023 Fox, that nigga was dropping 35, 39, 29 against Golden State and was wilding. They saw that and was like, yo, if we can get that over here next to Wemby, oh, we set. And we ain't seen that. We have not seen that De'Aaron Fox to the point where a rookie, a 20-year-old rookie, is outplaying you. Has been outplaying you the whole postseason. It ain't just the Knicks series. It's been since Portland. He's been outplaying you. You should be looking at it like, yo, my job may be at stake if I can't get this together. This nigga over here wants my spot. And he's been proving it over, and he's been their best player for the past 2 games. I think realistically,
I think he's been one of the important players for the entire postseason. If you go back and look at round 1 all the way till now, like I think he's had a clear-cut advantage on the court, especially in one-on-one situations, bro. Like it's a lot of times where he's on the court and he has the shooters or he has Castle with him. A lot of times he has Castle with him. He's not getting doubled. The thing is that if I said it before, if the toughest player on your team, on your roster in the finals is a 19-year-old, bro, like you got a problem.
Yeah,
you got a problem.
I don't think it's just that though. Like I don't know.
Like, hold on.
I think Dylan. I don't know.
I just wanted to slow. I wanted to slow it down real quick because I agree with Leaf with that. I do think there is confusion in that locker room with all of them being young. Of course, they want to look Wemby as the leader of the team, but I don't think that's Dylan Harper. And I don't think that's Dylan Harper because he NBA DNA. Like his father is Ron Harper, NBA champion. So you trying to tell me that an NBA champion ain't implementing leadership in his son? In those moments when you see Dylan Harper taking over the game, it ain't because he knocking down the midi or the 3 ball. It's because he getting to the
because he getting right to the basket.
And I'm saying that. Yeah, he get into the basket. So I'm saying I just wanted to say that, LM, but I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to say that it's I think it's bigger than what we think. They don't know who the biggest voice is supposed to be in the locker room because I don't think they expected, and this is my problem, Brooklyn LM, and you are a Spurs fan, so I know you're going to understand what I'm saying. I don't think they know what to do with Dylan Harper because they didn't expect him to play so well and to look to him for leadership. Like, hold up, this your team? Or you because he playing like it. So that means he outplaying Fox, he's outplaying Wemby, and I don't think that the Spurs expected it. So I'm upset that they didn't expect it and see the potential because we've seen it as Nets fans rooting for him in Rutgers. Now I'm only saying that to say I knew that the Knicks wasn't going to expect it, but I wanted the Spurs to. But go ahead, Brooklyn.
I think this is a favorable series for him, just in terms of the advantages that he has, just based off the strength that they're like. They're not sending the help. They're not sending the help when he drives. Like the thing is, obviously, the Spurs technically run a 5 out when Wemby is on the court, and then you got Champagne, you got Vassell. The thing is but like when you got Dylan Harper in them situations, now like the switches don't even matter because he's going at Mikal, he's going at OG, he's going at, if he could go at them niggas, he could go at basically any and everybody on the team. So realistically, but I think it's more than that. I think it's the other shit that the Spurs are losing the battle on. The Spurs are losing the battle on minimizing the turnovers too. They losing the battle on second chance points. They losing the battle on bench production. They losing the battle a lot of places. And me personally, if they look shook at home, niggas expecting them niggas to walk in Madison Square Garden tomorrow night and do the unthinkable.
I think Jay to Jay's point what he said matters. If the Spurs are not overthinking, they're up 2-0 right now. Like I think it's really just them. A lot of what I'm seeing on the court, they're overthinking it. Wemby, as soon as he's getting the ball, Wemby's at his best when he just go. Like he's getting the ball and he's just overthinking it. Should I drive? Should I pass? Should I set the screen? What should I do? No, just go attack. Stop overthinking it too much. It's 7-4. You're at your best when you're aggressive. I don't think it's necessarily Dylan Harper, just him being the only dog. I think they all dogs. I just think the fact of the matter is they're overthinking too much on the court. Just attack. Play the game that y'all play. Play the way y'all played against OKC, where y'all wasn't overthinking too much. Y'all was just on attack. Y'all was just on go. And I think this series, they probably did come into Leafs points thinking, yo, this Knicks team is sweet. We probably got this shit in the bag. But the Knicks, for all they doing to show you, nah, this ain't gonna be easy. Y'all gonna have to get this shit out the mud. And to be real, the Knicks had rest. These niggas just got out of war with one of the best teams in the Western Conference and took them to 7 games. I just think necessarily it may be just tiredness too. But at the same time, Mitch Johnson, the coach, has to be telling these guys, stop overthinking on the court. If you got the mismatch, go. If Wemby, if you want to be aggressive, go attack Cat. They ain't nothing he can do with you. Like, you should be gassing his head like, yo, you the best. You should be the best player in this series. There's no reason why he should be outplaying you. Stop guarding Cat high up on the perimeter if you know he's going to get by you. Give him space. You got an 8-foot wingspan. There's no reason why you should be guarding him up so high at the 3-point line where you know he's just going to drive by you. Use your wingspan to your advantage. Like, I just think necessarily Wemby is overthinking too much. I think he's at his best when he calms down, analyzes the situation on the court, and he just attacks. Like, stop doing too much or thinking too much about it and just attack. Same thing what Dylan is doing. I think it's just a difference in mentality of what Dylan is doing and Wemby is doing. Dylan ain't overthinking shit. He don't go. He attacking whoever. I don't care if it's OG. I don't care if it's Mikal. I don't care if it's Brunson. I don't care if it's Cat. I don't care if it's Mitchell Robinson. Whoever in that paint, y'all getting this work. And I think that's what he needs to. I mean, it's crazy. And I mean, they both young, but he needs to get it in Wemby's head. You're like, bro, like, attack these niggas. You're the best fucking player in the world. Like, you should be hyping him up. Like, get into his head. Like, yo, these niggas can't mess with you, yo. Like, Mitchell, you letting Mitchell Robinson do this shit to you? Mitchell Robinson? My nigga, like, nah. Mitch Johnson, all of them in that locker room going into game 3, they should just have a mentality of, yo, we're gonna play our game, get what we need to get, but starting moving forward, just attack. There ain't nothing nobody can do in the paint, especially if you're gonna attack Brunson. Like, and to be fair, maybe an unpopular opinion, put Dylan Harper in the starting lineup. Put him in the starting lineup.
But the only reason why you won't put him in the starting lineup is because of the contract that De'Aaron Fox got.
I don't care about that. If
no,
I'm the coach, I don't care.
As fans, you know what it is. Like, again, like I said, ever since I was watching him on Rutgers, at first we was watching Ace Bailey. Let's call it what it is. I was watching Ace Bailey. And then it was just like, yo, Dylan Harper might be better than Ace Bailey. Then I'm watching Dylan Harper. And then Blake Priest, he was like, yo, yeah, this and that, Dylan Harper. So I'm watching Dylan Harper, and I'm seeing the difference between him and Ace Bailey game for game. The gap getting bigger and bigger between Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. Then I was so mad that he went on the bench. Like, how y'all gonna get a player that good and have him on the bench? And then for De'Aaron Fox, and he's supposed to be just, leaps and bounds better than him because of the experience. But this season and these playoffs, I haven't seen that. I've seen Dylan Harper be a playoff riser, and his potential could be hindered by the De'Aaron Fox if the Spurs not careful, and that's going to look bad on the NBA for coming with the CBA and doing all of this and that, but giving Spurs all of that talent and then not knowing what to do with all that talent. Yeah, bro, the fans is going to be mad. The whole NBA, a lot of people going to be saying a lot about Dylan Harper coming off of the bench for De'Aaron Fox. The Spurs are going to have to come off of De'Aaron Fox. Everybody's going to be uncomfortable seeing Dylan Harper play behind De'Aaron Fox. We talk about it now. But
somebody made a suggestion of putting Castle on the bench and starting Dylan Harper at the 2. Which, I mean,
I'm taking Castle defense over Fox offense. I'm taking Castle defense over Fox offense.
But I think for De'Aaron Fox, I think sometimes you, as a player, you know what I'm saying? You got to evaluate and be like, Mitch, he's been playing better than me this whole season. Put him in the lineup. Let's see how he do. I'll lead the bench unit for this game. I ain't saying he ain't got to start for the whole series, but switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, put him in the starting lineup. Put him at the 1. Fox come off the bench. You're already dealing with a messed up ankle anyway. Facts. So, I mean,
shouldn't be getting more minutes than a healthy player, man. But Let's pass this to John, Brooklyn Alum. He joined the panel. Shout out to everything Brooklyn Nets. John, what's the word, Brody? Talk to us.
Hey, good to be here, Breeze. LM Leaf. Yeah, I know you guys talk about the Spurs Knicks stuff. I've been told people about, what the Nets could or could not do in the next few weeks with the draft. And you put in the title about Acuff did work out for the Nets. Like, listen, I hope that was an excellent work. And I hope Acuff reaffirmed exactly what he said from day one when he met the Brooklyn Nets. You're getting a star guard that's ready to come to this team, lift this team up, and let's get to business. Like, this should not be about a potential anymore with drafting anybody. You got to draft the best guy available that's going to give this Brooklyn Nets team a shot in the arm to start playing winning basketball. Like, listen, I like Nathan Meg. I think guys got height. He's got some scoring ability, but it's going to take 2 to 3 years for this guy to develop the physical body to handle the grind of the NBA. But with Acuff, there's no doubt he can score. There's no doubt he can play make. And there's no doubt he has confidence.
But John, let's just slow it down and just talk about why the Nets is the best team for Darius Acuff Jr. The competition, I think, is the Clippers. They got Darius Garland. So case in point is all of these other teams that could get Darius Acuff Jr., they got to move around these pieces and this and that. We ain't got to do none of that. All we got to do is draft him, and then we good, and then we'll go from there. These other teams, they got to trade up, trade down, do all of this other shit just to get Darius Acuff Jr. To me, it's logical to just get Darius Acuff Jr. because if you're going to be honest about Diego Domen being a 2 more than he is a 1. Right, John?
Yeah, and honestly, I know people worry about that potentially being a bad defensive backcourt, but if offensively they could be your version of Dame Lillard and Klay Thompson, is it really that bad of a backcourt at this point, considering what our current roster is? Like, at least with getting Acuff, he can unlock whatever this organization wants to assemble on this team because he is a high playmaker. He also can score off the ball 50%. This guy can play without the basketball, so I don't know why people wouldn't want to take a chance on this guy. I get it. There's worry with the height and with the defense. But I'll say this. We just had 2 6'2" guards in the Eastern Conference Finals, and our roster is really, really bad right now. Like, we need somebody that not only does not lack confidence, but somebody that's ready to be that QB. He literally said it. The team goes as a QB goes. And I'm ready to show what I did in college was not only no fluke, but it was me legitimately putting myself on the map. That speaks Brooklyn grit to me. And the fact that he did it in the tournament on a bad ankle, nonetheless, that just showed me more of what this guy's mentality is. He don't break that easily. He knows about the weaknesses, but he cares a lot more about his game, leading a team forward. So I just think he checks a lot of boxes for us.
And another thing,
I got too many issues with this, bro.
Hold on. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the Nets could immediately give him starter minutes. We ain't got to go through this, we don't know. And no, he getting starter minutes immediately with the Brooklyn Nets. With the Darius Garland situation, who knows if he start over Darius Garland? And I'm saying that to say if the Spurs could take top talent and put him on the bench and have their reasons for why they offer the bench, whether it be him or Ace Bailey, bro, it's to me nasty work, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say that the Nets is a franchise that's in position to give a top 6 pick or better starter minutes as soon as they draft it. Give them that opportunity to reach their full potential or develop as much as possible in that very first season. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's important. I think it's important to clear out any other any other possibilities that's not the case. The thing is with like certain teams, they make sure everything is cleared out the way so they top picks can start. When I go look back at look back at Philly, bro, they made sure nobody was in VJ Edgecombe's way. Whatchamacallit made sure wasn't nobody in the way. Utah kind of did it the wrong way because they got more wings and they put them in the way of Ace Bailey, and then they allowed Ace Bailey come off the bench simply because he didn't want to go there. But when I go back and look at Charlotte, bro, they made sure that they needed a shooter in the lineup. Nobody was in the way. So my thing is that with us drafting all these guards, bro, like I've been said it, and ain't nobody gonna change my mind until I see different, bro. Like us drafting Darius Acuff, to me, is just making up for the fact that we didn't get Jeremiah Fish in the last year.
Well, it's not. No, it's not that. Listen, we're missing a top 2 option player on this team, and I ask people who is better on this team than Acuff right now. And I don't want you to use Michael Porter Jr. That guy did not drive the offense for the Denver Nuggets. He was a 3rd or 4th option catch and shoot guy. So you need somebody that's going to come to this team and unlock whatever you're trying to add to this roster. And the good thing about getting Acuff is it allows this front office to focus all their attention on improving this horrible front court right now. This Clowney Claxton undersized thing is not going to help this team get any better. So if you do get Acuff, you have to start assembling the pieces to not only hide his defensive weaknesses, but allow him offensively to unlock certain players. Like the Zion thing is a perfect complementary piece to Acuff because 1, you don't have to give up a lot to get the guy, and 2, he has to meet certain requirements to earn his money, and Acuff don't got to be paid for 4 years. So right then and there, the Nets maintain cap space flexibility, still have a lot of our assets on the table, and we actually have 2 now dynamic players on this team to actually give us a jolt and a reason to start winning. Like literally, we can do this the right way.
Hold on, y'all. I'm about to put a poll on the screen, so everybody that's watching, I want y'all to, say Acuff or who else. You know what I'm saying? Give me some options in the chat. I'm gonna make a poll contingent on what the chat say. For right now, we got me and John basically saying we cool with Acuff being drafted, and Leaf saying no. But we all Nets fans alike. We just trying to tally up who's where, so that way we, the majority wins. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So that being said, we're gonna go to Scott next. You know what I'm saying? Scott, you the icebreaker in this. Well, not the icebreaker, because me and John, you know what I mean, saying thing is a good thing. But what you got on this? So you want him on the team, or you want to drive somebody down?
I like the idea of getting Acuff. I think he's dynamic enough. I think he's tough enough. We need somebody that's gonna be tough. They talk about that Brooklyn grit. I think he might have it. So it depends. I think Jordy does well with point guards. So this probably fit down his aisle. I don't know from the defensive standpoint how it will work, but because we do need more work in the front court as well. But I like the idea of getting Acuff.
Okay. But what would you like them to do? Without me asking you the question, who would you want the Nets to draft?
I like Mikal Brown Jr. too as well. So I think he probably will fit more of Jordy's speed because of his defense, his defensive ability. That's what I think.
You said who? MBJ, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But Acuff is not a bad pickup.
He's a great pickup. Like, I get there's weaknesses, but you know what? The job of a GM is to protect certain weaknesses with a young player that has star potential. I keep saying to people, like, but he's too small, John. Come on, guys. Come on. Like if you did not watch what he did in that tournament run, then you really didn't watch what this kid can do. Like, he's not afraid of the spotlight. He put himself in position to be a lottery pick on his own merit. That's what Scott's talking about with saying he has that Brooklyn grit, because he made himself a top-tier prospect. This wasn't people carried him to this spotlight. He put himself on the freaking map. And that's
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
With potential, like, I like him, man. Not enough to draft him at 6, and I like Mikal Brown. If he's not dynamic enough, like a guy like Acuff right now, who can give this team a sense of direction. We don't have a direction or an identity right now. At least with Acuff, we can figure out one of those two things and go from there with other pieces. Like, if you choose wrong in a few weeks, we are stuck in purgatory again.
To be fair, we gotta throw Mikal some there, because Mikal can definitely score. I just think the thing is, there is Acuff.
Who is a better number one option out of Mikal Brown Jr. and Darius Acuff?
Acuff, man.
I think they both can be. I think they both can be.
Yeah,
like I think the only thing is, like, before the back injury, bro, like, Mikal was dropping 30, 45, 29, like, he's capable of being a unit in terms of being 6'5", with a 6'8" wingspan, and he is the much athletic player. Like, I think he's probably the trend of what the point guards is today. you can't. Jordy would probably love Mikal more than Acuff because I feel like
Yes, he
there's
would.
probably more stuff that he can do with
He
Mikal
fit more.
as
It fit.
opposed to
Yeah.
Darius Acuff. But I think both of them are capable of being offensive cornerstones. The only
Yeah.
question is, once six comes up, if whoever's off the board or if they still there, what the Nets will do when that time
I mean,
comes.
well,
Um,
we gotta admit the wrong pick the wrong pick is not the name or the pick itself. It's development. That's what the wrong pick is, bro. Like the wrong pick, the right name could be in the wrong hands, or the wrong pick could be in the right hands. In our case, bro, like this is a 3-step process: draft a player, sign a player, and then develop him, and then put him into position to grow. That's what that is, bro. Like so, like realistically, bro, it like at this point, it seems like it doesn't matter if it's a McHale or a Cuff, bro. Like, with the staff and with the development team and with the front office that's in place, it's their job to make sure that these guys are successful, as opposed to just having them backpack the organization by themselves, and then the injuries start taking place and this, that, and the third. It's not like, be honest with you, bro. Like, I mean, look, I know Acuff got what he got, and Mikal got what he got. It really doesn't matter who we want, bro, at this time, bro. Like, I think one of the two players is a need, and they feel a need for the team currently that we got constructed. What I would like to see is the rest of the roster fill out, and then we'll be more confident in our pick, whoever that might be.
No, I agree with you there, and that's why I think if you draft an Acuff, you can improve the front court dramatically in a year or two. Like if you go after Zion right after that, you have two dynamic players that are already going to give this team an offensive identity. Defensively, there needs to be a lot of work done there, but that's why you have to assemble the main pieces first. We don't have main pieces. You currently have Michael Porter Jr. and Nick Claxton. That's laughable. That's atrocious. We saw what those two guys did for a few months leading this team during that fake run in December. Like, it's not sustainable enough. You need a guy who could coordinate, get everybody in their lanes. And you also need another guy to give you that physicality. Getting a Zion on the cheap would be a great move by this front office for once, because you're trying to get a guy's his credibility back up and his stock by letting him be a main focal point, but not ask him to do a whole lot. If Zion could be a lob threat, that's already part of the job I need him to do. Everything else he gives you, gravy after that at that point.
Hold on, no, John. Prodigious firstborn, he a moderator and a member on the page. He said Kings GM is Acuff's senior old coach. He said they're going to try to move up to get Acuff at 5. You think that got motion? How you feel about that?
I've heard a lot about this, and this is probably something that could be very realistic. Unfortunately, like I might have to admit this, like if the Kings do want to trade up to us and offer Mikal Brown number 7 to us, then probably what they're going to try to do is attach Sabonis and a future asset. So I ask people, do you guys want Mikal Brown if you have to take back Sabonis and an extra asset? Some people see that as plausible because you're getting stuff back, you're getting a veteran back, and you're getting the guy that you want. Like, I could be open-minded to it, but I would just rather draft the guy in Acuff and go from there. But this is the way Sean Marks works. He waits for a team to call him. He gets these amount of assets. He's like, oh boy, I came up with this. No, the Kings presented it to you. So if that's what happens, if it's Mikal Brown, Sabonis, and a pick to get Acuff from us, I could see that happen. It's just, is that the best thing to make us a good team in a few months? I don't know, because Sabonis is 30 plus. He's got injury issues. He's not a great defender. Offensively, he gives you a bit. But if Mikal Brown is who you want and you want extra assets on top of it, I could see the Kings call the Brooklyn Nets before draft night. But if I'm them, just take the best guy available. Because here's the thing. If you do get Mikal Brown and they do get Acuff, you better hope the Kings aren't a playoff team with Acuff before you are. That, to me, would be the consequences of choosing Mikal Brown over Acuff, because the Kings are a dumpster fire organization. The last thing you want is to let a star potential option go to a bad team, and in a year or two, they're way better than you are, and they were worse than you were. So that's the risk there with choosing Brown over Acuff or trading him to the Kings for Mikal Brown and other assets.
All right, now I'm with you. All right. Well, I mean, y'all heard what the man said. I just wanted to get to this article before I left. You know what I'm saying? And now I'll start off saying the reason why is because I feel like the sports companies, they in bed with these gambling companies. They all good with each other. You know what I'm saying? Invite each other to the barbecue type shit. Know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel like, do the fans win? Are we more entertained now that gambling is at your palm? You could just go to DraftKings and FanDuel. Does it improve the viewership? To me, it can be up and down. You win a bet, you love it, and you can take away the joy. I stopped betting on the Brooklyn Nets because I feel like if it don't go the way you want it to go, is to take away the joy of it. So I don't bet on my team. You know what I'm saying?
I personally think it's bullshit. It's a money. It's bad management by the NBA in the last 10 years adding that shit. But like we gotta understand, ever since I hate to say it this way, but like, and I don't like him neither, bro. But God rest his soul. Ever since David Stern got stepped down, the last 12 years, bro, they've been trying to put band-aids on shit and trying to line their pockets. And then what made it worse, if you want to say COVID made it worse, it basically put a disease on the NBA to make them believe that they need more money every single time the opportunity comes up and grants itself. And you can see it happening from afar. You've been seeing it happening since 2020. Everybody been sitting home making a little bit of money and making a little bit of bets here and there, this, that, and third. Meanwhile, bro, like they've been giving money back to Vegas because we know the more and more you stay, the house wins. That's sort of a Vegas type of thing. So now that Vegas is involved, and you talked about the FanDuels and all of these things. Now the NBA not only does they take from the bettors and the regular people that's betting every day, they take money from the NBA as well, just like Peacock, just like Amazon, just like NBC, just like ESPN. They all got their hand in the NBA's pockets. And years ago, all that the NBA needed was two TV stations, and they was good. Now they got all of these stations, and now they got all of these bidding companies. And now you see things like the Knicks in the finals right now, bro, and it's disgusting.
So, all right, so pretty much I'm gonna say no. It doesn't really improve the viewership for you. John, how you feel about this, man? Do you feel like gambling and these betting companies, it helps the sports entertainment, or it takes away from it? How you feel?
Everybody needs their niche, to be a part of sports. And with some, it's trying to make a profit off it. So I can't, be mad at people for that because that's what they want to do. But I would just I feel like the integrity of the game, though, is where there needs to be a balance. Like we all heard about the investigation that happened and, all that stuff. And it's we don't need that to get sloppy and crap like that because the game is what matters. And it kind of feels like the gambling stuff is kind of overtaken certain parts of the NBA where people are like, damn, if certain players don't get their stats certain nights, I lose money. I want to watch the product. So it's I just feel like there should be definitely a separation there and just make sure that the game, the integrity is what matters most. So I think that's just where I'm at on that one for sure.
Yo, you see JDJ, he said, I wonder who Terry Rozier got in the finals.
See? That's more of a headliner than some of the teams in the NBA right now. That's just where people's minds are at with all the gossip and drama. But it's I hope that we never get a scandal or investigation like that for a long time because that put a damper early on in the season, that whole investigation. So if people are more concerned with that than who's getting the playoffs, what teams are trying to get better. And it's that's when it just kind of gets bad with the gambling. So I just hope we never see something like that. And hopefully the integrity of the game is what matters at the end of the day, because that's why we're all here, not just to be part of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, but if it's money to be made, they're going to try to do whatever it takes. I ain't going to lie. That's for sure.
The thing is, bro, it's money to be made, but the thing is, that don't mean that they gotta dive, that they gotta jump clean off the top rope with a whole bunch of bullshit, and then you have incidents the way that you have them, bro. Ever since 2014, the NBA they've been on some bullshit.
Yeah,
they've been on some bullshit ever since then, bro. And you seeing all of these new rule changes. You seeing all of these new things. These the in-season tournament, the play-in tournament, the The draft rules done changed twice. The CBA done changed twice. It's a whole bunch of garbage, and all they doing is putting band-aids on it because they got the wrong goddamn cook in the kitchen, just like the Nets. It's simple ABC shit, bro. Like, bro, we all know that if you just leave shit alone like you were supposed to, bro, it wouldn't be like this.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the domino effect that it started years ago when you put a beanhead Mr. Mackey looking ass, bro, in the damn front office.
Well, they watched the NFL make all that money off of gambling. I guess they said, shit, well, if they can, we can too.
Well, the NFL was going to make the money regardless. The NFL has the American fan base. They had Middle America long before the NBA tried to go to OKC, and they tried going to Middle America and OKC in Indiana, and they thought they was going to get a come up off it because they feel like Middle America don't have basketball fans like that. They got football fans. Yeah. I'm out here, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I just went to Kansas last week. They are football fans.
Yeah,
that's what they are. Like you're not gonna sway their attention somewhere where they haven't had their attention all along.
Yeah,
they had like the reason why Kansas City the reason why Kansas City won all those championships is because the NFL owed the state of Missouri a lot of money. A lot of people gotta read this shit, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
You say the NBA owed the state of Missouri a lot of money.
No, the
NFL.
The NFL, bro. The reason why Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City won a lot of championships is so they could pay off the state of Missouri for moving the damn Rams to LA so damn soon. They didn't have to do that.
So hold on. So let me ask you this: what about the whole thing with the Chicago Bulls moving to Indiana? What you think about that?
The Chicago Bulls doing what?
I mean, I said Chicago Bulls. I mean the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears
doing what?
To Indiana. You heard that, right?
Somebody said something about that. I don't know how much motion that shit got because the Bears have an equity stake in the NFL, bro, and they've had it for over for almost 80 years. So they had it for almost 100 years. The same as the Packers and the same as the Giants. So realistically, I'm not too sure or too certain how that's going to be. The Chiefs is going to move from Kansas City, Missouri to Kansas City, Kansas, from what I hear, because they trying to get more people in Middle America eyes on football. They just moving is basically like 2 hours away. It's just like from border to border, from state line to state line, basically, bro. Because Kansas is right next to Kansas City in Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri is on the end or the other end, and Kansas City, Kansas is on the other end. So they just gonna move right there. They got a new stadium. Now, as far as Chicago Bears moving to Indiana,
leave here go right here. It says the Chicago Bears are seriously considering moving to Hammond, Indiana, with a final decision expected by late spring or early summer 2026. The current situation is the Bears are evaluating two primary sites for a new stadium: Arlington Heights, Illinois, where they own a 326-acre former racetrack, and Hammond, Indiana, near Wolf Lake, which offers a state-backed stadium deal. Chicago City officials, including Mayor Brandon Johnson, are still attempting to keep the team in Illinois, but the Bears have indicated that the only Arlington Heights and Hammond are viable options. So they ain't even think about keeping the team in Illinois. They mentally.
Arlington Heights is basically Chicago. So I mean, like that's just like the rich part of Chicago, and they got acres. They got land acres out there. And they that's basically their land, like to purchase and to buy as opposed to buy.
I looked and I said, let me see when the last time they won this Super Bowl. Hold on, I'll be right back.
1985. That was the last time they won a Super Bowl, 1985. But I mean, the Bears is only an equity state because they've been in the NFL for a long. The Bears are pretty much the New York Knicks of the NFL.
Yeah, they one of the founding teams.
They one of the founding teams, but they don't have that much success. Like the Dick Buckus years and the Gale Sayers years was trash, and they only have one Super Bowl to show for it. But the Chicago Bears are basically the New York Knicks of the NFL. I say outside of them and maybe Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh got the championship. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the Boston Celtics of the NFL.
So hold on.
Yeah.
All I was trying to say was, now that being said, from 1985 till now, they have not won a Super Bowl. They're losing money. So I feel like there's a sense of entitlement because they're one of the NFL hub teams. So, oh yeah, we'll always be here, yada yada, whoop de whoop. I mentioned this to say I see the same entitlement with the lady who said whatever about the Nets moving back to Jersey. And the reason why I said that is teams don't leave where they went. The only team that probably left where they went was probably Minneapolis, going from there to Los Angeles. Other than that, more times than not, if they win there, they stay there. If the Nets won in New Jersey, if they won those 2 times they went back to back, they would not even think about moving the Nets to Brooklyn. They would just keep them there because the championship team and the revenue from that alone will keep fans coming back. But the fact that they were losing, they have no winning history. The NBA history is not rich. They needed to, this is not a pun, but they needed to turn a new leaf. You know, and again, in my opinion, the Dodgers playing where they play at, that's one of the significance. And the second, the nostalgia part of it. And secondly, they mirrored it like Penn Station for as far as access to Long Island and every other train you can catch in New York City. So that's the whole point of the move. It's not a pun. It's not a disrespect towards Jersey. It's business at the end of the day, and they shouldn't be acting like this. You know what I'm saying? they should have some type of common ground. You know what I mean? Like, it was all business. It's not even like it's wild far like Seattle to Oklahoma. No, it's a train ride away. There's people that live in New York, work in Jersey, or work in Jersey, or live in Jersey and work in New York. So
that's a fact.
They ain't
But I think I think what they was expecting back when they did the deal in the early 2010s was the fact that, like, New Jersey at that time, they was getting rid of the buildings. They was getting rid of a lot of the shit, the Continental Airlines or whatever else, that shit that they had, and a lot of the other buildings, the initial buildings that they had. So they just had to. I think New Jersey's thing was rebuilding New Jersey itself, and they was able to do that after the hurricane. I forgot what hurricane it was. Where Atlantic City got hit. Yeah. So. Sandy. Yeah, I think it was Sandy. When Sandy hit, they was at least able to build AC and like other parts. But the thing was, the Nets was playing in East Rutherford when they was last over there, and it's playing in the Izar Center. Now, in terms of the business booming when they got to Brooklyn, you got to remember, Hove and Prokhorov and a couple other people had stakes. Prokhorov had this issue going on overseas, so he had to dip, and that's where Joe Tsai came in. Now, Joe Tsai, I'm hearing that Joe Tsai is having the same issue, but the Koch family is really trying to make a bid and trying to bring in something, because Tsai basically has his wife running the Liberty. Remember the Knicks, Dolan didn't want the Liberty after a certain amount of time because he didn't feel like they was filling up MSG. Right. If you go back to that last night's game, the other night game that I did on my channel, and I called it, shout out to Coach Ed Gladney, and shout out to Cave. That game was damn near almost sold out. In the 2024 championship that they won, a lot of people have filled up that building, bro. Like, and when I say that building, I mean Barclays Center, because that's where the championship banner is. So realistically, bro, like if the Nets moving wouldn't even like, they would have to throw twice as much money to move back as they did to move here. So like, it really wouldn't even make sense. They'll be losing money. Yeah, they'll be losing money, just trying to go back to New Jersey as opposed to just leaving the team here, and they'll lose twice. They lose much more money at changing the team name back to that. So it really wouldn't even make sense, bro. Like, I'm not putting no motion into that. Just like I'm not putting no motion into Chicago Bears moving. The Chicago Bears, not only are they a hub team, but they're equity state in the NFL. The NFL sells the shield. They don't sell the players. They sell the teams.
So when they say the Packers or the Giants or the Bears is playing, they sell the teams. They sell the history of those teams. They sell the Steelers. They sell the 49ers. They still sell those teams.
Yeah.
They don't sell faces no more. The NFL lives off the shield. The NBA don't live off the shield. The NBA still live like it's trying to live off of talent, but the teams you remember twice as much because we basketball fans. But the equity state the equity state would be a minus for them if they go back to New Jersey.
Yeah, being that the Liberty won that title there, it doesn't make any sense. They already got a foothold now. So if the Nets was to move, Liberty ain't moving. That's for sure.
No, the Liberty not moving. And the Liberty not moving back to Madison Square because Dolan already vetoed it.
Yeah, they ain't not leaving the Barclay. They're not leaving that.
Yeah, so that's out. So I mean,
that don't make no sense. That really don't make no sense. From a business point, that don't make no sense.
Business wise, it doesn't, because the reason why Prokhorov and Size probably gonna leave for the same reasons. They got shit going on overseas. And the Nets, as far as overseas teams and getting back into business with China and overseas, bro, the Nets is probably the highest venue.
Right.
In terms of overseas teams, bro. The Knicks ain't even the highest.
Bro, shit ridiculous, bro. I'm over here scrolling. I just seen something, Earn Your Leisure, EYL. They talking about I don't know if y'all can hear it. I was gonna try to share it, but I'm gonna see if y'all can just hear it without me doing all that.
So by now everybody's talking about how expensive the ticket prices are gonna be for Game 3. Expensive tickets in sports history, 11,000 for the cheapest seat. They're talking about Donald Trump coming, messing up traffic. But here's the economic finance investment story that nobody's paying attention to. MSG, which is the holding company of the Knicks, is a publicly traded company. MSG is Madison Square Garden. Their stock is up 100% since last year. That's a market increase of $4.6 billion in 1 year. A direct correlation to the Knicks playoff run last year and when the world really started to take the Knicks serious. Now, this is interesting because MSG stock was pretty much trading sideways for almost a decade before it started to trend upwards right when the Knicks became successful. So there's 4 key reasons why this is happening. So the Knicks obviously are doing extremely well. They're rallying. That's rallying the stock. The NBA team's valuations are completely changed. Once the Lakers sold for $10 billion, New York being the biggest market, many people think that the Knicks valuations are even higher. So you have a potential story where the team's valuation, the Knicks, has a higher valuation than the publicly traded company. $9.5 billion for MSG. The Knicks alone is worth over $10 billion. Also, a planned split between the Knicks and the Rangers, which would make the Knicks even more valuable in MSG's portfolio. So now you have Wall Street pricing the Knicks as a separate asset class within itself, no longer a sports team, which is actually different from how any other American sports team is valued. Long story short, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Cat, OG, the whole crew raised the value of the Knicks and the MSG publicly traded stock by almost $5 billion in 1 year. Give those guys a raise. Tune in to Market Mondays tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Knicks in 4. So by now.
Terrible. Now that's good for them, but again, that's how business works. So I understand what leaving a city does to a team economically, and the team doing well in the playoffs or the finals. The same thing with NHL. Wherever they at, wherever they play at, their city is popping right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. That's just the nature of the game, man. It is what it is. But yeah, that being said, I feel like I don't think that you have to compromise the integrity of being competitive with the business, because whatever city it is, it's going to have the same impact. But it's going to be interesting to see how long the Knicks are going to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. Because right now you got to say they're the best team. They're in the finals, And they said that the East was up for grabs last season. Let's see what happens next season. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, just staying closer to home, seeing Darius Acuff Jr. in that interview, one of the things that stood out with him and Draymond Green was him talking about how he watched Brunson. That was interesting, and also that from 10th grade to college, he learned how to become a leader as a point guard. Learning how to be vocal. You know what I mean? He talked about playing with grown men and just, you know what I'm saying, what it is, what they look for far as leadership is concerned. You know what I mean? The intangibles or the little things, the nuances that they look for when it comes to leadership, and him just developing that or with experience. So he spoke to that, and I mean for him to do that early and come to a team like the Brooklyn Nets. If there was any team that he could be the leader on at getting drafted, it's the Brooklyn Nets. He makes sense. I will hope for the same thing for Mikael Brown Jr. I'm not far this way, that way. If either one of those players we draft, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Mikael Brown Jr. because of him on the defensive side of the ball, and I feel like it'll make up for Yegor's lack of defense on the perimeter. And that being said, MPJ is what it is. It's tough to take a three on him. You might try to drive on him. His defense is decent. It's not great, but it's decent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm looking for Jaeger to improve.
Listen, I'm rooting for all everybody to improve, bro. Like I mean,
but okay, what y'all want to see from Diego next year? Let's go there though. Like, how many points you want him to average in the second year? Diego,
I just more consistency in his overall shooting. It don't have to be just threes. It could be in between
No,
areas.
I'm saying points per game. What we expecting from Diego next year?
I mean, he was averaging like 10. I think. I just think just staying healthy. Just more, I'll say north of 12, north of 15 points. I think his shooting ability is surprising. I think he has a shooter's advantage at 6'9" that a lot of other shooters don't have. I think the ability to improve as a ball handler. That way, we don't have to feel pigeonholed, bro. Like that, we need another guard to play alongside with him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to see, bro. Like because we drafted him to be a point guard. He could still take threes. I don't mind that, bro. Like, but it's according to how the rest of the team is built, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might be playing off of some.
But I feel you. But all right, so P Inch, this is my co-host on Stir the Pot. That's at Thursdays at 9. You know what I'm saying? Tune into that. Subscribe to that. We got like 31 subscribers, so subscribe to that. That being said, I asked what Jaeger should, you know what I mean, average next season, and he said 15 points with 4 assists. Now, me personally, I feel like the way Jaeger play, he'll give us 11 points and 6 assists. Like he's such a willing passer. Like, and to be honest, the leap I do want him to take is 15 to 17 points. I don't want to see him score 11 points and 6 assists because he's going to be the shooting guard. I'm gonna need you to score more than be a facilitator if you're gonna be the 2 guard. So yeah, I want to see him get 15 points to 17 points, Pete. That's
I think the leap that I want him
just
to take.
Put one in the chat. If y'all see it, it's 24 people in the chat. 24 people watching, bro. Just put 1 or 2. If you think we should draft Darius Acuff Jr., put 1 in the chat. If not, put 2. I'm just trying to get y'all to participate. You know what I mean?
Look, the leap that I would like him to take is as a creator and as a ball handler, bro. Like, everything is gonna open up when he shoots better. Obviously, bro. Like, and I'm not saying you got to be having the basketball on the string, but I'm just saying you got to be efficient, dangerous enough. I think the key to his game is definitely going to be his shooting, whether he's playing a 2 or the 1. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, bro, we looking at it as we looking at standard shit because if he had the 2, we expected him to shoot. But guess what? We trying to draft Acuff, who's going to be at the 1, and we going to be expecting him to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, realistically, bro, like, I would like to see him improve, bro, like on all areas, bro, like his whole entire game, bro, like because at 6'9", I'm expecting you to command shit. I'm expecting you to
be that sniper that you was working on, and everything else in between the in between areas, and getting to an area and physically taking the physicality against the NBA type of defenses, bro. Like, because most of the time when you shooting, you don't want to run into no contact. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you taking advantage of that contact and playing off the ball and being able to be a screener, I think we was up to something when we drafted Yegor in terms of where he could be. He like a guy that might have the ability one day to play off the ball, be a screener, be 6'9", be gain that extra pounds of muscle and be able to play in the in between areas. I see that for him. And Danny Wolf, bro, like I already think like the skill set that Danny Wolf has, I think Yegor can get to. That's just me, but I don't know, man. Like I just want to figure that out. I want to do all of that so we don't have to draft no goddamn little itty bitty ass Darius Acuff, bro. Like I'm not looking forward to that shit, bro. I'm tired of below the rim basketball. If I want to watch below the rim basketball, I go watch the Liberty.
I just want.
Yo, Leaf, you're not putting nothing in the chat. Yo, you outnumbered right now. You outnumbered right now, bro.
And fuck that number, bro. Like, I'm not worried about that shit. Like,
listen, the only thing is like
consensus.
The only thing I like, the reason why I like Acuff so much, is his attitude, and I don't think he plays below the rim, but he's not scared to go to the rim. So there's a lot to be said about little guys that play tough. You know, you want some toughness. I don't see that I see guys that we drafted that try to quickly get to the rim or something, do some kind of sneaky stuff, but they're not tough. They're not tough. Nolan is not tough. Nolan is quick. Tough, I don't know. You know, I mean, Yegor, he plays like he defensively, he doesn't, you know, I mean, you know, defensively he's sus, and offensively he doesn't seem like he want to go to the rim.
Yo, hold on. I'm glad you said that. I was watching an interview with Draymond Green and Darius Acuff Jr. earlier, and Draymond Green told Darius Acuff Jr. He said, "Yo, listen, never shy away from defense, because then you're gonna be the one they hunt. They're gonna be the ones to attack you. They're gonna attack you because you're trying to shy away from defense. So always go take the defensive assignment." And Darius Acuff talked about wanting to play his position. If he's the point guard, he want to guard the point guard. You know, put me on who's supposed to guard me. Like, don't try to switch the matchup. Like, he's looking for the matchup. So he is talking from a confident space. And again, like I said, if we get Darius Acuff Jr., I'm cool. And I'm saying that to say that they address the defense in the conversation on the podcast, Draymond Green podcast. He didn't duck that question. You know, he took that advice from Draymond Green, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it was dope that he was on the podcast and took defensive advice from a defensive player, because he's really known for being an offensive player. So he got points in my net fan book from that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like Darius Acuff Jr. You know what I mean? Let me throw one in the chat real quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's 80 to 20% right now. It's 18 people watching, man. Just participated in the poll. Should the Nets draft Darius Acuff Jr.? Let us know. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man. You know what I mean? Was there anything you wanted to talk about, Scott? What's the word, buddy?
Nothing new, other than I'm looking forward to after the finals, because I believe the fireworks start right about then.
You going to the draft? You going to the draft?
I might be out there.
Niggas is not subjecting yourself to that bullshit again. That shit was bullshit. I knew it was a bad idea. I was like, yo, let me not go, because I'm gonna mess around and put two hands across somebody's neck if shit go left.
Crazy.
I might be out there. I might take some pictures.
I'd have got kicked out, bro, if I was in there last year. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna bring my camera
I'd have
with
got
me.
dragged out. They'd have had to drag me. Like banned from Barclays, Charles Oakley style. Facts, bro. Like, bro, I'm putting hands on somebody. Shit go left, bro. I can't accept it. I'm sick of this baby AI shit, bro. This is the problem with that I have, bro. Like, I don't really care for no damn interviews, bro. Like, why are you doing interviews, bro, when you should be in the gym working? That's my problem.
Yeah, listen. All right, Leaf. Who would you pick at 6?
Media part of their job too, man.
But who would you pick at 6?
I'm picking Mikal, bro, because he ain't on no damn interviews, bro. With I get media is part of their job, but media in the NBA is a part of their job. Not media with niggas that's on other teams is on their job. That's not part of their job, bro. Like, I don't care for, like, get in the damn gym at all times. Prove that you need to be there. Prove that, yo, this shit is my life. This is what I dedicated my life to.
Yeah, I feel
It's the choice that you have to make, bro, when you're ready to be great, bro. Like, you might want to be the best Street Fighter player. You might want to be the best Tekken player. Like, them dudes, bro, that's in them tournaments, they not having conversations. They on the game getting better.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to hear nothing about you.
So you saying we shouldn't trash Darius Acuff because he was on a podcast with Draymond Green?
I'm saying, bro, I'm saying we shouldn't trash Darius Acuff, bro, because it's so many reasons why you should draft Mikal. I'm pointing to it because
I'm not. Listen, I'm just, like I said, I'm only one vote, so like your vote count just as much as my vote. So I'm just asking the chat. It's 16 people, but only 5 people answer. You know, I'm just trying to get a general consensus. I want to hear which people back what you say. You saying that Mikal Brown Jr. I want to hear the chat back that, because you know I don't watch college ball. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening?
And listen, and the thing is, as of right now, college ball is irrelevant. They ain't playing college ball no more. Everything starts from zero again. Your career starts from zero again. That means your college career is over. That means it's time to go to the league, and that shit that you did in college, bro, you either got to adjust and do something else, or you can do somewhat of the same thing, but you got to do a little bit more of the other things that you were not good at. The thing about being a prospect is to polish the things that you're not good at. Get better at the things you're not good at, and polish the things that you already are good at, and put them on the NBA stage and on the NBA level.
So what about the fact that Draymond Green asked him what's the next level like for you, Darius Acuff Jr.? And Darius Acuff Jr. said the endurance. He said he was tired doing the workouts because of all of the stuff that he had to endure. So, and college games is what, 20 games, 30 games, and the NBA is 82 games. So, what do you think is going to be attrition? You don't think he can go the distance? Like, how you look at it?
My thing is like when you have interviews like that, bro, you basically snitch on yourself by saying shit like, yo, I need to work on my endurance. Now the players in the NBA, they're gonna see this footage and they're gonna be like, yo, his endurance ain't up. I doubt it if he got that shit up during the summer, bro. Like, yo, we gonna make him run.
Yo, I see Acuff and Wolf being an intriguing setup.
I see that being a terrible setup.
You do? Really?
I do.
Both of them can play on the outside, and both of them can dribble, get to the paint.
Yeah, I understand that, but I think the thing is, Danny Wolf thrives better with better athletes. He thrives better with better athletes, bro. So if you got athletes, you got athleticism around him, bro. Like you've seen what he can do with Zaire Williams. You've seen what he could do with Josh.
Well,
Minot.
we still need a Zion. We still need that.
I agree
even
with
if you do get Acuff, we still need. You know what I'm saying? We still need that other guy.
I 100,000% agree with you. My whole thing is this. The thing about Acuff is that, yo, you like his stock is so high now that the team that gets him, even if it's a team that drafts before us that get him, they're putting stock in him to be the cornerstone of their offense. And I'm okay with that. My thing is that, bro, once the doubles teams start coming
And once you start seeing defenses, bro, that you didn't really see in college like that, bro, now you're gonna have to start your the endurance that you said you need to work on is gonna be tested.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't see Mikael Brown talking about he need to work on his endurance. He working on it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like
Yeah.
that's what he doing. He going to work.
I like Mikal. I like him too. I really do. I like both of them.
Chat, what y'all saying? Leaf is making a case for Mikael Brown Jr. It's 80-20% in the chat. I need y'all to tap in, man. What y'all got going on? And again, like I said, my thing is I'm looking at the teammate value of it. Like, okay, both of them are equally yoked per se, right? Who's a better teammate for Yago? Excuse me, is it Mikael Brown Jr. or is it Darius Acuff Jr.? Now my thing is this: night to night ain't gonna be like no Coutinho, Mobley, and Steve Francis, where either one of them could play the one of the two options. It ain't gonna be that. It's gonna be whoever that number who we draft is the number one option. Yago is not no number one or two option. He's a catch and shoot player, off ball, elite off ball at best. If he develop into a point guard, it ain't next year. It'd probably be his third or maybe fourth year. And he could get 4 assists, as P would say, at the 2 guard, which would make him you know what I'm saying? That would be elite. If at a 2 guard, he could get 4, 5, 6 assists. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see what's going on. Mark P, he making a case for, Darius Acuff Jr. He says first freshman in the league SEC in points and assists since Pistol Pete. I mean, that's impressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he went back with Pistol Pete. Damn.
Yeah, bro. That's impressive, bro.
Everybody keep harping on the SEC. Last time I checked, the SEC was a football conference, not a basketball one.
Yeah, it was mainly football, but I mean,
I don't take if you did something in the SEC and you trying to bring it in the NBA, bro. I hold no frills to it, bro. Last time I checked, bro, it was a nigga that led the league and led the SEC in goddamn scoring as a freshman. Where he at right now? Thank you.
I don't know, man. All right. Well, it's 80-20%. Leaf is making a good case for Mikael Brown Jr., but y'all not backing him up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Mark Jenkins, he said with Acuff, Yago, and can both run the one alternating, which would keep them fresher down the stretch in games. Prodigy's firstborn says so. Acuff mean we give up on Traore development too because they can't play together. I mean, I think Traore could come off of the bench. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see no reason to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have just one point guard on your team. You just can't. You gotta have 2, at least 2. You know what I'm saying? At least 2 dedicated point guards.
Yeah, and you get that Illinois Traore and Acuff or Mikael Brown Jr.
You need to. So it's not like, it's just a matter of the best man wins, That's all that go.
I'm looking at a mock draft. They got us taking Mikael Brown Jr.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad pickup, though. I can be honest with you. It really wouldn't be. It really, really, really wouldn't be. Only thing that Acuff is probably a little better shooter from the outside. But Mikael Brown did well all around when you think about it. So I can see Jordy wanting Mikael Brown Jr. I can see that. I can see that. But
damn, this whole thing, but see, I want Peter to see this content with Draymond Green and Darius Acuff Jr. because as much as I want to get excited about him getting on the roster, then you got clips like this that got me on the fence. Like, I don't know, maybe he is going to Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, that would speak volumes because I would want a Mikael Brown Jr. after that because I don't believe that we could really interchange Django at the 1 or 2. I think he is a facilitator, but the defense could know what's coming with him. Like
I got a question, bro. Like if they willing to take him that early, I don't know if they're gonna trade back or whatever. But if they willing, I was gonna ask, bro, if they willing to take him that early, and try to move up in the draft, they trying to move ahead of us, obviously. So I'm thinking Chicago probably never really wanted him in the first place, or never really wanted a top 4 pick in the first place. They was okay with picking maybe in the 7, between the 7 and 10 range. So if they looking to get up, right? My question is this: if they looking to get up, then the Clippers are still going to draft Wagler.
Hold on. We're gonna see, but I wanna figure this out. Just to kind of, this will add to what you were saying. Actually, though, we're gonna listen to this and then we're gonna go over it.
That's hilarious. And you mentioned the name Scott Perry being his coach. I've known Scott for a long time from his days in Detroit. Obviously was coach at University of Michigan as well, and just coming up, he's now the general manager of the Sacramento Kings. Throughout your life, have y'all kept that relationship constant? Do you know Scott well? What's the relationship there?
Yeah, I ain't really growing up, I wasn't really communicating with Scott like that. I ain't really know who my pops coach was, growing up. Like I always heard the name, but I was young, I didn't understand, who he was. He worked in the NBA, all that type of stuff. So I got knowledge of it around 2023 when I was at the USA camp, and he was one of the speakers there. And I'm like, oh, this who y'all been talking about. So I went up to him. I'm like, yeah, I introduced myself. He talked funny. He talked like he from the city. He like, well, yeah, I know you. He like, yeah, I coached your dad. I was like, yeah, for sure. And then from that point on, it's been love for sure. But first time I met him, I was 16, 2023.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's something there. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna pretend like it's nothing there. And then he said, I remember you. It was his coach's pops. And you see, the Knicks, they wanted Jalen Brunson because Rick Brunson played for the Knicks. Like it's something there. The Kings getting Darius Acuff Jr. got a lot of motion. I cannot front, bro. So yeah, I don't want to get my hopes too high because that is a possibility that the Sacramento Kings will get him. How y'all feel about it? You think I'm exaggerating? How y'all feel?
Nope. I think that can happen. That's how things happen when they know somebody. Somebody knows somebody.
Somebody knows somebody, yeah, and they trying to move. But the thing is, I think in order for the Kings to do something, they would have to work magic. I think with the Bulls, because they've been making deals with the Bulls ever since the DeRozan and Zach LaVine trade. My thing is that if that is the case, there's a strong possibility that Caleb could drop.
Yeah, that's right. Caleb can drop right into all that. I always say that people drop.
If Caleb drops to us, bro, that changes everything.
Yes, that will.
That changes our whole trajectory of what we was looking at initially when this draft lottery ended.
Yes, it will.
It changes drastically.
It changes who we look for.
Because
it changes for.
I strongly believe that AJ, Boozer, and Darren Peterson is going top 3.
Right.
I think them niggas is going top 3.
But now, after that, it can be anything. It can be anything.
That's
for
a
real.
fact, bro. Because I'm not looking at these little itty bitty niggas no more. Fuck that, bro. I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah,
niggas think this Brunson. Niggas like it's people that see Acuff and they believe that Brunson alone, bro, is the reason for the Knicks' success. He's not. I'm telling you right now, bro. Like, yo, the Clippers, I'm hearing that they sold on Wagler because they looking for a shooter. Like, they still got Mikal, Darius. They cool with Darius Garland, and that's pretty much that.
Caleb can fall.
Look what Third Time Charm wrote. He said, I saw a podcast and a Kings fan say he heard they getting Acuff Jr. Like, bro, it's man.
The Kings would have to move up. The Kings will have to move up in order for that to happen. But I like the
the chances for they would have to move into that Bulls pick in order for that to happen, because the Bulls is the only team that they was doing business with. Now the Clippers is really the problem here, because if the Clippers go with a Wagler, then that leaves Caleb right in our hands. That leaves him right there.
Bro, if we get Caleb, bro, it's lit. It's lit.
If we get Caleb, bro, like we got into this draft with what we came for.
Yep.
We wanted one of them top 4 niggas, bro. We got into them draft with what we came for.
Yep. He'll be right there. He's a top 4 for sure. I think that Caleb is probably one of the hidden gems that people keep overlooking. But I'm telling you, it's possible that he can fall back.
Listen, he the best 2-way player in this draft. If we're saying the draft is a 4-man draft, bro, like me personally, like the Bulls to me, bro, like I don't know. I don't really think they care too much about what's, like he said, Bulls take best player available. Bro, it's Jerry Reinsdorf, bro. I don't trust him, bro. This is the same dude that broke up the damn the Jordan dynasty, bro. Come on, and he's still there since the 80s, bro. He's still there messing up the franchise. They don't care like that.
So
bro.
hold on. Let's actually have this conversation. Like, how real is it that Caleb Wilson drops the 6?
It's a puncher's chance. It's like it's a real. It's a small. We talking about. I ain't gonna lie, Breezy. You can walk out your house and get a lottery ticket and probably hit before Caleb Wilson dropped the 6.
All right, because my thing is this, right? Now I know y'all don't know this about me, but I'll be hating sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So like there was a Wizard podcaster. So I seen a Wizard podcaster, so I jumped in the chat and said, man, because his title infuriated my net fan spirit. It said, who should we get, Peterson or DeBonch? So I said, yo, man, y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all let Bam score 80-some points on y'all and broke Kobe record, and y'all get a number 1 pick. Y'all don't deserve that. So that being said, I feel like either the 1 or 2 is going to go to the Wizards, and that's not Caleb Wilson. They talking about Peterson or AJ DeBonch, right? So that's the number 1 pick. Who the number 2 pick again?
Probably Boozer.
No. But I mean, who's the team? The team.
Oh, Utah. I think
Utah.
Yeah.
The reason why is because Peterson. I think Utah is interested in Peterson, which is beyond me because they got Keontae.
They got Keon George. They got the life.
They probably take Boozer.
I would say they probably would take Boozer. Boozer Pops played there and he played in
Utah.
Chicago.
Yeah, they played
Utah.
But hold on, but if he played it, he not gonna be in Lauri Markkanen way.
They can get rid of him.
I think they trying to come up off of Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, they trying to come up off of him
because Lauri Markkanen got $200 million, but like I don't think it's a wise choice to come up off of Lauri, but I mean, I understand what they're trying. Like, I'll be honest with you, Utah to me, bro, like the fact that they got Lauri and got them Triple J, they may go after Peterson. They may do it. Boozer, Memphis might want to take Caleb. Memphis is probably the team that might want to take Caleb.
So hold on, Memphis got Caleb. I mean, third pick.
Yeah.
So I mean, but they got Zach Edey, so they want Caleb.
But they just gave up Triple J. They just gave up Triple J, so they need a need a 4.
I understand that. I can understand that.
So I don't. I mean, if Boozer lands to the Grizzlies.
So hold on. Let me real quick. The Memphis Grizzlies, they will only be interested in the Caleb Wilson at the 3. Who else would they be interested
I think they trying to put Caleb at the 4. They need a 4, but Boozer and Caleb is going to be on the board. I think they're going to put Caleb to add an athlete because the Grizzlies, they got a habit of drafting what they already had. They had Steven Adams. They got rid of him. They drafted Zach Edey.
Yeah, but you can't put Boozer next to Zach Edey anyway. You got to put Caleb Wilson.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, Boozer is low key like. Boozer is surprising, bro. Like I get what you're saying in terms of the
He's
defense.
Not a stretch four though. He's not a stretch four.
I don't think Caleb is neither. I think Caleb is an athlete.
He gets to the midi. He gets to the midi.
Boozer can get to the midi too.
Remember that conversation about us with the Nets about clogging the paint, and I think we was talking about Claxton and somebody else.
Right.
But
right.
you don't see Zach Edey and Caleb Wilson clogging the paint together, or I mean Cam Boozer. That's what I'm saying. That's why they not.
Not really, because the thing is Zach Edey is going to be on limited minutes anyway because of his injury. The thing that the Grizzlies want to do, the Grizzlies kind of run like they run Zach Edey for 28 minutes and then they run a stretch for the rest of the key minutes. It was like Zach Edey, bro, like in terms of the endurance, bro, like they having a problem with it. So realistically, bro, like I'm all right with I could see why they would want to throw Caleb there. The thing is, Caleb is more of an athlete. He's more of a do-it-all type of player, like play defense, get up the court, finish on the break. I see him they kind of see him like almost like the second coming of Giannis. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I feel you, but this is what I'm saying. I'm having this conversation to say why Caleb Wilson will fall to 6. And to be honest with you, I don't think he get past the Grizzlies. I think they want to pair him with Zach Edey. I think they want to focus on their front court. They tried to focus on hold on, peep game. They didn't win. Focus on their backcourt first with John Moran and Bane, right? So now I think they're going away from that and they're going with a big front court. And I don't think it's Boozer because I think they're going to clog the paint. I don't think Boozer is a stretch 4. I think Caleb Wilson is more of a stretch 4 than Caleb. I mean, I think Caleb Wilson is more of a stretch 4 than Boozer. I could be wrong, but I'm saying that to say you want Zach Edey to be somewhat of your offense and being 7-4. You need a PNR guy with him. But that being said, I don't think they're going to have the opportunity to get a PNR guy out of Peterson. I think they miss him. I don't think he drops him. So. It's hard to say, man. It's hard.
I get what you're saying. The thing about it is that Zach Edey can definitely man the paint by himself, bro. I think if they get Caleb, they just looking for somebody to run the floor and finish the plays. That's an athlete.
Yeah.
So, not saying that Boozer can't do it. I think Boozer is very impressive with his dribble drive game and his end-to-end action game. Like I think Boozer is extremely impressive in terms of getting the ball from point A to point B, bro. Like, I mean, bro, you could say Zach and Boozer is a terrible spacing too, but if you telling me Memphis is trying to go all in on the power game at the 5 and the 4, I don't see why they wouldn't do it. I mean, it wouldn't blow my mind if they do pick Boozer, but at the same time, bro, like the idea of them picking Boozer as opposed to Caleb is kind of looking like, it's one of those. I see it, but I don't really see it. So, I mean, we listen. We got to see how it all fixates and how it all comes together. So, realistically,
and my thing is, it's a shame for a player like DeBoncha to go and not have the shot he's supposed to, because he got a battle with offense with Trae Young and Anthony Davis. Like, how many shots could he really put up if you got Anthony Davis and Trae Young in your starting lineup, bro?
I'll be honest with you. I'm hearing that Utah. I'm hearing that Utah won him, won AJ a whole lot more than Washington. Utah low key won him, bro. Like, what's that's gonna mean for Ace Bailey? Because I'm be honest with you, bro. If they putting AJ at the 2, Ace Bailey at the 3. And then they gonna like Keyshawn and what's like they gonna be loaded. Like they just loading up teams just to load up teams, bro. Meanwhile, we ain't got no goddamn talent at all. Like this shit is wild to me. So I mean, I don't know. That Memphis team, but the Memphis team, I'm expecting them to switch up most of their roster. The only players that I think that they keeping is Zach Edey and Cedric Coward. That's the only 2 building blocks that they trying to keep, bro. Everybody else is they trying to build the pieces little by little.
So I get the whole thing of talent just getting in high in the draft, but that losing shit, it wears on you, man. I don't care who you are, as a player or as a coach or as in the front office. That losing thing is not good. I'm telling you.
Yeah. All
And
right, so hold
Utah
on.
stays in a losing state.
You
They
see,
just stay there.
All right, so this is why I think Caleb will drop to 6. Because the Grizzlies not going to take the person that need the more paint. Like, why would they when they got Zach Edey? They just drafted Zach Edey at 9. They just did that. So they can't just give up on them and say, all right, well, Zach Edey, we're not going to build around nothing you got going on. Nah, they're going to let him get his paint touches. He's 7'4". You got to let him get paint touches. So, that being said, I think they will go with Boozer over Caleb Wilson. And if they do, I could see how Caleb Wilson could drop to 6. Because the Kings, they do look like they want to take Darius Acuff Jr., bro. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm uncomfortable. I thought we was assuring for Darius Acuff Jr., but now I don't know.
No, I think the Clippers might take him. If the Clippers take him, then it's not a loss for Brooklyn because MBJ would be there, right? We'll end up with Mikael Brown Jr., which would be probably the best pick. He'd be the best available at that time. If you don't take him, he's going to be gone after that for sure. So, there's no reason to pass up on that.
Nah, I feel you. All right, man. Shit. The game don't come on until tomorrow. Like I said, y'all probably won't see me, especially if the Knicks win.
What game, bro? I'm watching the W, nigga.
Yeah, I ain't watching no game.
We're playing the WNBA tomorrow, man.
I ain't watching. What game you talking about?
And as y'all know, I'm not giving Nate Ament no motion, bro. Hell no. I don't want him on the team. Excuse me.
I'm getting ready to get into football mode. Fucking
bro, the Liberty play tomorrow night, bro. Like,
I'm watching the Liberty. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
I'm starting to get into WNBA right now.
What's up with them? How they hooping? They playing good?
Yeah, they hanging in there.
They won the other day, right? Didn't they won today or yesterday?
How many games? How many games do the teams play in a season?
The WNBA, I think it's like 40 or 41. It's like half of the NBA.
Yeah, I noticed that they don't play like as much as.
I think they're gonna start adding more games once they
need to.
The expansion. They added more expansion teams before this decade is over. So I say after 2030, a lot of shit. A lot of more teams is probably gonna be added. And a lot of more games is probably going to be added because they got to bring over the overseas talent too. So it's a lot of players overseas that didn't even make a WNBA roster. So they waiting on these new teams. Some of these new teams is out here like they out here hitting the ground running. You know what I'm saying? But I just seen Portland the other night. They was out here they had a whole bunch of white girls out there just shooting the lights out of the basketball, bro. Like, nah, I'm dead shit. I'm on the W, bro. The Dallas, I was watching that Dallas game. Paige Beckers and was going off against her and Kelsey Plum was going at it.
I heard Angel Reese lead the league in rebounds.
Oh yeah, she been doing that. Angel averaging, I think she already broke the singles the rookie record. Like when she came in, and then she I think she on a fast track to get in probably like the top 10 by like year 5. But I mean, yeah, they going crazy, bro. I was watching the game the other night. Liberty went crazy, bro. Stewie had like 30-some points. She was going crazy, man. JJ went crazy the game before. She had 22 and 17.
What's up with Sabali? I keep hearing she good.
Sabali is cool, but Sabali came in out of shape, bro. Like, I mean, like she I ain't gonna lie, she looked like she thicker than usual. So I mean, she done came in a lot, out of shape. So they bring her off the bench. The real thing is bringing Sabrina back because once we get Sabrina back and we get another guard, we gonna be straight. So
So we got to work
so
on that.
let me ask you: you think Sabrina retire after this, after Liberty, or she go to another team?
She'll probably end up going into another team because they got another CBA coming by the end of 2030. It's a lot of new money coming in the WNBA. So I mean, listen, these players can make a lot more money than before. So I mean, it's going to be what's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might offer the bag somewhere else, and then she might take it.
Tell them where they can find your page, where they can find your content. Tell both of
Oh
y'all.
yeah, definitely. It's youtube.com/leaf4788. I'm putting it in the chat, bro. I finally got my Leaf is the League logo. I got it off of Chat GPT, and I plan on putting it on the rest of my videos before we get back into the net season and the net swinging things. Well, but that's my thing.
Y'all see Leaf and Scott put their link in the chat. Y'all can subscribe to both of them at that link. Respectfully, thank you to Leaf, thank you to Scott, thank you to everything Brooklyn Nets John, thank you to
Peace,
CJ,
everybody.
thank you to Brooklyn LM, everybody that joined the panel, everybody in the chat, down under Dunker, P, Jamal the franchise, this is JTV, FIFA Boy, Prodigious Firstborn, Shady J, Down Under Dunker, Player One, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, and Lucas Ferreri. I'm fucking that name all up. Lucas Ferrera. I'm gonna say Ferrari, man. Lucas. Shout out to Lucas. You know what I mean? Big homie, stay solid always. Yeah, man. Player One. Hope I'm not forgetting nobody. But yeah, man. We're gonna be back with more third time's a charm. Yeah, we're gonna be back with more content really soon, man. That's a fact. Eric Kwan, it's the first time I seen you in here. Shout out to you.
They got 101 boy.
Yeah, FIFA Boy 101. Shout out to
Yeah.
you. Eric Kwan 2458. First time I seen you in here. Pull up, man. We be talking ball. But yeah, man, y'all already know Nets fans is the best fans. We're gonna be back with more content really soon.